Well, friends, my name is Devashish Chakraborty, and today we will speak about stories. Story is the fundamental elements of life. So let's start with Osman. Osman is a young boy. Osman is one of the character of Chilekota Shepai, famous novel of Akhtaruজ্জামান Ilyas, a writer from Bangladesh. So Osman is fearing death in a curfew-ridden city. In curfew-ridden Dhaka, Osman is fearing about death. He is thinking about death. He is thinking about his fiancée Ranu. Osman loves Ranu a lot, but never able to say anything about his emotions. And that is the greatness of life. What you want, you didn't get. And that is a beautiful philosophical line of life also. What you want, you didn't get. In the backdrop of larger backdrop of Bangladesh liberation struggle, this famous novel is written. From here we find a notion of fear and a ability of love. When you are fearing death, you are loving the world beautifully. That is the message of that novel, in my opinion. So let's start. Let's see today's India. From 2020, from the beginning of 2020, India is facing a situation of death. Not only coronavirus, India also facing the political turmoils. That is also creating a fear in our mind. You just think about the first 3 months of 2020. You will find a carnage in Delhi. Why Delhi is burned? We didn't get any answer. You just think about 2020 March lockdown process. So India is fearing death now. And in the eve of New Year, we are also watching another saga of bad politics and another saga of death. Death is not only denoted in physical death. Death is also denoted by mental death also. So in the last few days of this year, we are watching another episode. Famous writer and economist Amartya Sen is targeted by the Saffron Brigade. One of the main historian of today's India is Rajat Rai. He said that due to the liberal opinion of Amartya Sen, he is targeted by the Saffron Brigade. Let's come and see what is Amartya Sen saying. Amartya Sen is preaching the Indian secularism. He is saying that in Parsi language, Shahzada Darashuko has been translated the Upanishad. That is his crime. So he is targeted by the Saffron Brigade. Not only he is targeted by the Saffron Brigade in philosophically, but also he is targeted in various cases. We are watching that a recent controversy in Shantiniketan. So we are fearing what is happening in India. We are fearing what is happening in India. And another thing is very alarming for us. That is Indian economy. Let's come to a point. Let's see the decline Indian agriculture. And when you will understand that decline situation, you will understand why today Krishak movement or why today agriculture struggle is looming large. 60% of Indian employment comes from agriculture, and in 2020, 14% of GDP comes from Indian GDP comes from agriculture. In 1990 and 91 fiscal year, 20% of GDP comes from agriculture. Now 14%. In 2004, 5 and 6, 16% GDP comes from agriculture. So what we are now facing? We are facing the tragedy of Corona. We are facing the tragedy of carnage. We are facing the non-secular politics of saffron brigades, and we are facing abject economical crisis. Now only 14% of GDP comes from agriculture. So we are like Osman, seeing the death. From here we can understand the beautifulness of that Kishan Sangram, that beautifulness of that agriculture agitation. That is Kishan Sangram in Delhi. They are challenging the death. They are saying India is a country from everyone. India is a country for everyone. You have to leave India in a beautiful way. India has a beautiful thing to tell all of the world. But our politics is not, our so-called politics is not unfolding that. That is our tragedy. Not only that, we are facing severe crisis in agriculture in various ways, like the state Jharkhand, Odisha, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal are facing this tragedy in another way. On an average, a farmer income in Bihar, a farmer's monthly income in Bihar is only 3,558 rupees. In the time of inflation, how a person able to live in this money, 3,558 rupees? How he survive in this money? Nowhere, no one is saying that. That is also a tragedy. So fear of death is everywhere. And this fear of death is looming large in every time. So we have to be very cautious in our ways. And against this fear of death, a secular wave is also emerging. Look at the Bihar, you will find a secular politics of left. You will find a new version of left movement comes from Bihar. They are demanding a new India, a new secular and new liberal politics free India. What today Mamata Banerjee said is very correct. The saffron brigade is creating a havoc in Bengal. They are destroying all the fabrics of Bengal. They are targeting the pride of Bengal. That is Amartya Sen. I have distinct support the politics of Mamata Banerjee. But what she is saying, that has some points. Because the pride of Bengal is diminishing. So we have to be very cautious in our ways. And in that situation, a new concept of media is emerging. My friend Naresh Jain is an independent journalist. He is creating a new media that is very independent, and he is saying that people should take the responsibility of that media, not the who gave lots of money, not the advertisement will take this responsibility. He is saying that you do one thing to make a newspaper bank. A newspaper is old after reading. You just collect this newspaper and sold it in the month end and collect the money and spend this money for the empowerment of poor. He is saying that. And he is also endorsing another concept of media that every citizen should support another kind of media in his locality. Every citizen should maintain a group and create a new YouTube channel for his or her locality. So, what Osman said in Al Chilekota Shepai, that he is fearing death. What today's politics is saying, that death is coming nearer to you. And what the people like Naresh Jain is saying, that we have to fight against death. So, a famous line of Rabindranath is coming in my mind. Tomar kache bor magi, moron hote jano jagi, ganer shure. That is our strength, and that is our beauty. So today here I stop, because we have to be very cautious about this politics, and we have to make new India from our localities. We have to make new YouTube channels for our voice. So here we start today. Here I stop. I hope you will enjoy this program, and please say your opinions regarding this program, and please subscribe this channel. Okay, all right, very good. Have a nice day.